Parents be like, I moved out at 18. Bro, rent was 13 cents back then. When you're hot, but you can't sleep without a blanket. Fan fact. By the way, I'm single if anyone wants me to come ruin their life. So single that when you listen to a romantic song, nobody comes to your mind. I mean, who the F declines calls and texts was me?
And I just wanted to clear the air. The first thing I want to say is I'm sorry to anyone that I've made feel uncomfortable. I want to say to any girl who I've been rude to, whether through text or in person, that I'm sorry. I understand that me being sorry does not excuse that kind of behavior. I will continue to work on myself.
He started off just tossing out random screenshots online, nothing too serious. Then suddenly, he's sitting behind a full podcast setup like he's running his own media show. Somewhere along the way, something clearly flipped. The energy changed, the attitude shifted, and now every move he makes turns into a headline. What began as simple content quickly exploded into something way louder, way messier, and way more dramatic than anyone expected. And trust me, that sudden switch did not go unnoticed. At the beginning, the vibe was light. Just meme energy, chill live streams, and easy jokes floating around the internet. Nothing serious, nothing messy, but little by little, the mood started to shift. The laughs slowed down, the jokes stopped landing the same, and suddenly the controversy started piling up one after another. Now, when his name pops up in trending topics, it is not about funny screenshots anymore. The conversation is louder than that. Headlines, debates, and non-stop chatter follow the name Bentellect.
No matter what I do, regardless of it, people will talk about it because apparently it gets views. I love how it says steal meme from Reddit. The stealing thing is hilarious. Let me clarify this right now. People who say that I steal memes is no different than these people making videos about me. It's no different. It's the same thing. They went and used me to make content. I went and used a meme to make content. Just got drunk the day before she was going to come over and I texted her this. So, yep, this is a drunk text at noon. I was blackout drunk. It was just dumb. It was just stupid.
Instead of proving his point, the whole situation did the opposite. It pushed even more people to question his relevance and what his real motives might be. Now, the spotlight around him feels less about comedy and way more about controversy. Every post, every stream, every response gets picked apart online, and people are watching his next move like it is part of a running drama. But before all the noise, the side eyes, and the debates, Bentellect was actually known as one of the most laid-back creators on TikTok. Back in 2020 during lockdown, when people were stuck at home scrolling their phones for hours, he landed at the perfect moment. The internet was hungry for quick laughs and meme pages were exploding overnight. He caught that wave at just the right time. His formula was simple, almost too simple, but it worked. He would read screenshots of tweets or random posts in that calm, steady voice, keeping everything casual and relaxed. Then right at the end, he would drop that small signature laugh like the post was the funniest thing ever written. That little laugh became his stamp. The second people heard it, they instantly knew who it was. No scandals attached, no internet beef, no long speeches or arguments. Just quick, easy entertainment you could watch, smile at, and scroll past without thinking too hard. For a long stretch, that simplicity worked strongly in his favor. Viewers saw him as harmless background content, the type of page you tap on when you want a quick distraction and nothing serious. And by mid-2021, that easy style had already pulled in a huge wave of attention online. He eventually crossed 11 million followers and stacked up more than 1 billion likes, which is honestly wild. The numbers looked massive. Then he pushed even further, expanding onto YouTube and flooding the platform with uploads so his content was everywhere you looked. At one point, he had dropped over 3,000 videos, all built on the same structure. Same setup, same calm tone, same little laugh at the end that people instantly recognized. Early on, the stats looked unbelievable. We're talking about more than 4 billion total views across the board. On paper, it looked unstoppable, like nothing could slow the momentum down. But then something started changing in the comment sections. Instead of people laughing along, viewers began pointing things out. The format never really evolved. The same meme style kept repeating over and over again. Soon the comments got more blunt. People were writing things like, "Bro, we've seen this meme 5 times already." That is when the energy online really shifted. Uploading nearly identical videos every single day may have kept the algorithm satisfied, but it also planted the first real seeds of doubt among viewers. More and more people started questioning the creativity behind it all. Was real effort still going into the content, or was the whole brand just running on autopilot? Slowly, the change became noticeable. The meme quality dipped, the delivery started feeling rushed, and the spark that once made people stop and smile began fading right in front of everyone. The audience could see it clearly. Then the algorithm changed its behavior online, and the timing could not have been worse for him. Around that same time, new creators started popping up everywhere with fresher ideas, sharper edits, and way more unpredictable formats. The content space was evolving fast. Meanwhile, Bentellect's numbers began sliding, and that steady climb he once showed off suddenly looked shaky. People online noticed the change almost immediately. To keep his name circulating, he started leaning harder into collaboration videos, especially with women who had OF accounts. On the surface, it looked like normal influencer networking. Two creators teaming up for exposure, sharing audiences, boosting views. In the online creator world, that kind of collaboration is pretty common. But according to some of the women involved, the
Next person that walks out of my life, I'm going with them. I'm sick of it. 10-year-old me. I'm never going to be those boring adults always in a bad mood. Me today. Facts.
He went from
argue that Charlie reading strangers' private text messages makes him and his followers more of a creep than me texting a girl. But there's an idiot born every second, and a lot of them are following Moist Critical.
Lying. It's not that I lied. It's just that
And 3 hours before we were supposed to record, he asked me if I wanted to make an OF video with him, which I declined, and 1 hour before we were supposed to meet up, he cancelled. That single post spread fast across social media and instantly raised eyebrows everywhere. The conversation around his name became louder, and people began watching the situation much more closely. Soon, screenshots started flying across the internet. Reaction pages grabbed the story, reposted everything, and people began connecting dots all over social media. Jordan explained that the issue was not only the request itself, but the timing and the tone behind it. According to her, the messages changed after she responded. What first looked like normal professional planning suddenly started feeling more personal. For context, Ben's messages appeared in grey while Jordan's showed in blue. At the start, they were planning something simple and brand-friendly, a light-hearted pickle taste testing video. Just a casual piece of content that would have been easy for both creators. But then the conversation suddenly shifted in a completely different direction. Her tweet exploded online. Within just a few days, it pulled in more than 1 million views as it circulated across different platforms. Once the post started spreading, the comment sections filled up fast with people debating what actually happened. Viewers were questioning intentions, analyzing the messages, and replaying the timeline step by step. What originally looked like a normal collaboration quickly turned into a full-blown online discussion that refused to slow down. And after that, several smaller creators began stepping forward with their own alleged screenshots. A few of them claimed they noticed the same pattern. Friendly at first, casual tone, relaxed conversation. Then, according to their accounts, the vibe slowly shifted into more personal territory. Once people started pointing out that pattern, the entire situation looked different. What once seemed like harmless cross-promotion suddenly had viewers questioning his intentions, and the narrative around his brand began changing in real time. The comment sections were definitely not quiet about it. Then another claim started spreading online, adding even more heat to the situation. One person posted, "I've dealt with Bentellect too, actually. He's bothered a lot of women. I don't have any screenshots from our 3-day hangout, but he told me he loved me and asked me to move in right away. He also drank 2 1.75 liquor bottles of mine a day. He is an alcoholic and needs to seek help immediate." That statement immediately pushed the conversation into an even more intense spotlight. Screenshots, personal stories, and reaction posts started stacking up quickly across multiple platforms. To be clear, none of the messages being shared publicly were described as illegal on their own, but the repeated similarities in the stories being told by different women created a messy picture in the eyes of many viewers. Online perception moves fast, and once several people begin sharing experiences that sound alike, the internet starts connecting dots instantly. Whether every detail was confirmed or not, the narrative online was already gaining momentum. At that point, the spotlight was fully locked in, with people watching closely to see how everything would unfold. What once looked like simple influencer networking now had many viewers questioning if collaborations were being used as a doorway to get more personal with women in the industry. The whole vibe around the situation started feeling strange to a lot of viewers. What once looked like harmless creator link-ups suddenly began looking calculated and strategic in a way that made people uncomfortable. The tone of the conversation online shifted fast, and it was impossible to ignore. Bentellect eventually responded with a short TikTok where he
never getting it, I guess, but is very desperate too, and will do it by any means necessary to try and achieve coitus. It seems like you're trying desperately to get into but keep getting rejected and can't handle it. So how can you have the gall to try and shame them for it when you are desperately trying to do it yourself? Here's a wacky little Snapchat one. Do you want to come over here and spend some time with me? Because on a side note, I do think I could probably make us some money on all. Bentellect is crazy into oblivion. I think it's Bentellect crazy into oblivion or something. But this is so goofy. He's speaking about himself in the third person in this one. And then he even tries bribery. If you come over, I'll give you $100,000. I just really want you.
Entire brand, people felt that expression showing up in that moment made the situation look even worse. Then the story got even bigger. On August 20th, 2023, Penguin Zero uploaded a video about Bentellect and called him a huge loser. In the video, he accused Ben of doing the exact things he claimed to dislike. He criticized him for chasing engagement while presenting himself online as wholesome and low drama. That upload poured even more attention onto the situation and pushed the conversation to a much wider audience. At that point, the debate was no longer just about a few private messages. Now people were questioning his entire public image, and it looked like everything was unraveling in real time. The discussion online got louder by the day. The video also revisited older stories about Bentellect allegedly acting strangely toward women, which pushed the narrative even further across social media. Every reaction post, every breakdown video, every thread kept the pressure building. With each new upload, the spotlight on him only felt heavier. Bentellect later posted a written apology trying to address his behavior, but the reaction was rough. Many viewers called the message confusing, poorly handled, and lacking real accountability. Instead of calming the storm, the apology seemed to spark even more frustration across different platforms. Rather than letting the situation slowly fade, Ben eventually decided to push back. After more than a year of staying mostly quiet about the larger accusations, he came forward with a response claiming he would finally share his side of the story. During that response, he argued that Charlie making a video about him in the first place was creepier than anything he had done. That move flipped the spotlight directly back onto his critic. Almost instantly, the drama turned into a full-blown online clash with fans, critics, and outside observers all jumping into the conversation. Around the same time, he uploaded a long video titled "Commentary Channels Love to Lie," where he took aim at the broader commentary community. It was a bold move, clearly meant to shift the narrative while also defending himself. But instead of slowing things down, the video kept the chaos alive and made the situation even harder to ignore. The online storm was far from over, and the goal seemed clear. Bentellect wanted to take control of the narrative and stop the cancellation before it got worse. The problem was, the reception online was absolutely brutal. The video reportedly ended up with around a 15% like-to-dislike ratio, and that number alone showed exactly how viewers were feeling. The reception was rough, and the audience did not hold back in the comments. Right in the middle of the video, he admitted that he had falsely copyright struck another creator. According to him, it was an accident, and he explained that he did not fully understand how the system worked. But that explanation immediately raised eyebrows across the platform. A lot of viewers argued that someone with his level of influence should absolutely understand how copyright strikes work before using them against other creators. Instead of rebuilding trust, the moment made him look careless and disconnected from the power of his own platform. One of the most criticized moments came when he started laughing at his own clips while trying to present the situation seriously. The video was supposed to be an expose about the controversy surrounding him, but that laughter hit people the wrong way. Many viewers called the moment tone deaf, especially while he was addressing the accusations about messaging women. He also brushed past most of the circulating screenshots, labeling them fake without offering detailed proof to explain why. That approach frustrated a lot of viewers even more. Instead of clearing things up, it left the audience feeling like the situation was still full of unanswered questions.
A different kind of relationship these two had as opposed to just the podcast hustle he keeps trying to run. They start by saying, I guess it's just not meant to be. Ben says, facts, no hard feelings, but yeah, it ain't working. So then they part ways, or so it would seem. Ben has a couple of parting words here. He says, for your future self, if you're going to turn around on a guy and say, hey, I'm not down for friends with benefits shit, just say that before you go through all the bullshit. Boring as not my problem that you turned around and quit drinking because you're an alcoholic and now pass out at 8 p.m. fucking out.
He started reposting older content. To a lot of viewers, that felt like a clear signal that the momentum was slipping. The energy that once pushed his content everywhere suddenly looked like it had slowed down. Over on YouTube, the numbers looked just as rough. Even with more than 3 million subscribers, one video uploaded nearly a month earlier reportedly pulled only around 1,000 views. That massive gap between subscriber count and actual engagement quickly became another hot topic online. In comment sections, people started debating what was really happening. Some wondered if the original appeal had completely faded, while others believed viewers had simply moved on to newer creators. Either way, the conversation about his relevance kept getting louder and louder. The positivity that once filled Bentellect's pages also flipped dramatically. Instead of supportive comments, the replies turned into non-stop roasting. Messages like, "Remember
Text
when you were
messages
funny?"
makes him and his followers more of a creep than me texting a girl. But there's an idiot born every second, and a lot of them are following Moist Critical.
That I've made feel uncomfortable. I want to say to any girl who I've been rude to, whether through text or in person, that I'm sorry. I understand that me being sorry does not excuse that kind of behavior. I will continue to work on myself and do better.
Whole situation the wrong way? Or do you think commentary creators pushed the story too far? Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you've been following all this drama, make sure you like the video and subscribe so you don't miss the next update. This story keeps shifting and people online are watching every move closely. Also share this with someone who's been keeping up with the situation, because this saga is clearly not finished yet. The internet is still locked in and the next twist could drop at any moment.